Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. So the last couple days I've been listening to Billie Eilish's new single called Your Power, which is a really cool, like mid-tempo, almost indie rock song, right? It's got a nice F major 7, A minor, very melancholy. Then the vocals come in. What's great about this is that it's a real song with an acoustic guitar accompaniment, has no auto-tune on it, and it sounds like a real person singing it. She said. And I was thinking about this. Billie Eilish is really a rock star. Dave Grohl said that Billie Eilish is like Kurt Cobain or like Nirvana. And she said, no. But he's actually right. Kurt Cobain was incredibly rebellious. So is Billie Eilish. That's a big part of her whole thing. He wrote lyrics about alienation. That's really what grunge was, but those were his lyrics. And she writes lyrics about alienation too. Their styles. Kurt Cobain wore really baggy clothes. Billie Eilish wore baggy clothes up until her new Vogue photo shoot where she's changed her image, which is a very rock star thing to do. Kurt Cobain changed his image before In Utero too. Cut his hair off. Definitely was a new image. Kurt Cobain really changed his image all the time. Critics loved Nirvana. Critics love Billie Eilish. They're critic-proof, really. That's what I used to say. Kurt Cobain could say anything about anyone, and people were, whoa, it meant something. They were incredibly popular worldwide. Kurt Cobain was popular everywhere. Nirvana was popular in every corner of the earth. So is Billie Eilish. They both write their own music. They didn't need other people to write them for them. They're both incredibly good singers. And they are the voice of their generation. Kurt Cobain was the voice of his generation. I would say that Billie Eilish is the voice of her generation. Most people that are my age or that are not familiar with her music are usually familiar with one song, which is her first single, which is this Bad Guy. And if you think about this is almost like the White Stripes, right? It's very rock. But there's some amazing gems on this record. I mean, absolutely beautiful music. Now this music, I'm going to play you some in a second, is written by her and her brother Phineas. And her brother Phineas is an incredibly good producer. They write all the music themselves. They don't need 9 people. They don't need any of these famous songwriters to write them songs. Kurt Cobain didn't need that either. He wrote his own songs. Matter of fact, the only people involved in these records are her brother, and then they have a mixer. And that's it. Right? They make all the decisions themselves, which is so rock. I mean, this is like what I always am talking about. People need to write their own songs, artists, not have other people, not have people my age writing them songs, or people 10 years younger than me writing them their songs, or groups of people. And they don't need to use auto-tune. Billie Eilish doesn't use any auto-tune. She gets real vocal takes. Her pitch is so good that she doesn't need auto-tune, right? Because she's got such a good ear. And she has a great ear for melody. Now, I don't know what this new record's going to sound like. You know, maybe she used up all her good songs on the first record. Actually, I don't believe that at all. Because this first song, Your Power, if that's any indication, this is going to be a killer record. But listen to this. All the production is tasteful. beautiful. Dynamics, no hyper compressed vocals, no autotune, no explicit lyrics. She doesn't need to do that to shock people. Now, for those of you that are really not familiar with her first record, let me play you a couple moments because there's some really beautiful things that are influenced by bands like the Beatles. Let's check it out. Listen Before I Go.
Sorry can't save me now. Sorry, I don't know them.
I mean, it's just so tastefully done.
Sorry, there's no way. Sorry, put down, down.
I mean, really, incredible singing.
Taste me,
So mature
tears on
with the
my
phrasing.
cheek. That's what a year long take
Oh,
does to you.
and great sounds. The sound design that her brother does in the production is really, really
So scattered,
so creative.
I'm
Just the little
all
shimmering sounds that are happening here. Oh,
deja
that bass drop. There's so much space. It's so beyond its years. It's funny, you look at Billie Eilish, the pictures from her first record with her green hair and black hair and everything, and you kind of get this perception of her, if you're someone my age that doesn't listen to current music. Oh, this is just young people's music. What is it? Or you think bad guy, that, oh, that's Billie Eilish. That's the kind of music she does. But that's really not the kind of music that she does. She does incredibly diverse music. And she does beautiful music. Listen to this. This is from the song called I Love You.
Maybe won't you take it back? Say you were trying to make me laugh.
Then it climbs.
Nothing has to change today. You didn't mean to say I love you. I love you. And I don't want to.
I love how they add those dissonant, the little sharp 11s and things like that. Major 7s. So tasteful.
All night.
But even that climbing part, right? When it climbs, right here.
Maybe won't you take it back?
Sharp 4.
You were trying to make me laugh, and nothing has to change today. You didn't
To the flat 7.
say I love you.
And that's just a perfect phrase. That just doesn't sound like music written by a committee. No one would sit down, and a group of people aren't going to sit down and write something that's emotional like that. They just don't. If you think about the pop music that's out today. And the thing I said about being influenced by the Beatles, listen to this. Beautiful line cliche. And then,
It's not true. Take close to the
this is killer.
told you not to worry. What do you want?
Oh man, so good. You guys hear me always saying, why don't labels sign people that can write their own music? Right? Well, one label did. What's she on? Interscope Records, I think? Occasionally it happens. Occasionally it does. And when it does, you get something great like this. Once in a while. Maybe once in a generation you get something like this. Now, I don't know if Billie Eilish's new record is going to be great. The first single is killer. But if it's any indication, if this first record was any indication, it's going to be amazing and she's going to have an incredible career. But for people that are my age or rockers that kind of dismiss popular music, this is not pop music at all. This is like indie rock. This is closer to, I don't know, Radiohead or something than it is to most of the stuff that's on the top of the charts, than the hip-hop that's on the top of the charts. It has hip-hop elements in it. Definitely has sounds. And really, when I thought of how are people going to reinvent rock, they would take rock music and add new elements to it. Linkin Park already did that 25 years ago, or however long it was, 20 years ago. They started using DJs and things like that and modern sounds with rapping along with metal. But this is really the next level of that. Except it's not relying on the traditional things that, to me, make music sound fake, which is auto-tune or using explicit lyrics just for the sake of it. This is real music. That's why I think Billie Eilish is a rock star, and she's the Kurt Cobain of her generation. Be curious to know your thoughts on this, but definitely check out her new song. She has a whole new image. Look at the new Vogue spread. It's amazing. Like a rock star would change their image from record to record. And go back and listen to the first record before this new one comes out, because there's some amazing gems on it. I mean, just brilliant, brilliant songwriting and production. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're a first-time viewer, ring the bell. That'll let you know when I go live and when a new video comes out. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. That's very important. If you're interested in the Beato book, go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. Follow me on Instagram at rickbeato1. Check out the new Beato ear training program at beatoeartraining.com. And if you want to support the channel even more, think about becoming a member of the Beato Club. Thanks for watching.